Now, I want to be very clear. Initially, when I heard Stephen A. Smith's take on this, he was very outspoken about Tyreek Hill being protected and the cops being wrong and them using excessive force. And this is what black people go through and all this other stuff when getting pulled over. Cool. He didn't say anything critical about Tyreek Hill initially before the body cam footage came out. Now, my perspective, I'm going to show y'all my bias or my prejudice, however you feel is the appropriate word. Before, y'all can ask my mama. If my mom's listening, I'm not sure she knows how to comment, but you can ask her. Before I watched any video, before I saw anything, all I saw was headlines. I saw a couple of headlines from Stephen A. Smith, saw one from like Jason Whitlock, saw, another from a couple other people. And I felt like I knew what happened before I even watched it. Before I even watched it, I said, all right, it sounds like the situation based on the headlines. Tyreek Hill was feeling himself. He feels like he's entitled because he just signed 4-year, $100 million deal. He's in a $100,000 car. And a lot of times that fame and success can go to our heads, and you feel that in a particular situation dealing with a police officer that you want to show that you got the upper hand, or you're not as fearful, or not to say that you should be fearful, but somebody walks up to me. It's always a fearful situation. Talking to a lot of cops, they're actually in a fearful situation. Speaking with them, just with them walking up to a cop, because you just never know how somebody else is going to react, right? So given this situation, let's actually dive into some of the video. I just wanted to give you a little bit of context around it, but now we're going to show you the response from First Take. So I'm going to show you a couple people's responses, and I'm going to break down the issues that I may have with some of them and why I think it's connected to some overall problems that we see in our day-to-day, and some of them that directly connect to this presidential debate. Y'all probably wondering how he going to connect the Tyreek Hill situation to the presidential debate. Just watch. Come on, baby. That's what I do. So we're going to take a look at the video. I think we're going to look at First Take. Then we're even going to get into It Is What It Is with Cam Mace and Stat Baby and review that. And I'm not sure if we'll get into the Jason Whitlock video, but that's cool because watching Jason Whitlock, he probably is going to more so align with things that I'm going to say. So let me share the screen. And let's get into this First Take.
Win against the Jaguars. Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill was detained by police Sunday outside of Hard Rock Stadium for a driving violation, but was released from custody before the game yesterday. The Miami-Dade police released body cam footage of
and appreciate you being understanding and competitive
of the interaction with Hill. Please be advised, some of the language and video may be disturbing.
Hey, don't knock on my window like that, man. Why don't you have your seatbelt on?
We're 3 seconds in. I got to stop it right then and there. Why is your window up with limo tint on your car? Your window is up, knowing that you just got pulled over, knowing that you just did something wrong. How do I know that you did something wrong? Because we'll hear him say that he was speeding, whatever. Cool. Just give him. Let's just keep going. Common sense. Common sense when a cop approaches your car. Matter of fact, for all the people that do not know, if you have limo tint on your car or any tint that impairs a cop's vision from looking in your car, a smart thing to do may be just put the windows down, especially the driver's side window. Let's keep going.
Don't knock on my window. Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Knock on my window like that, though.
And what's the first thing that he said before the cop I believe it, he said it even before the cop could get out a word. Don't knock on my window.
Hey, don't knock on my window like that, man. Why don't you have your seatbelt on? Don't knock on my window. Why don't you have your seatbelt on?
Did the cop knock on? I'm going to play it one more time. Did the cop knock on his window in an aggressive manner or anything like that? Like, what do you expect the cop to do? That's what a cop knocks on your window. Should have your window down. You should be showing your hands. Like all these different things that are common sense. I guess we live in a world where we feel. Let's keep going with the video. I'll save that.
Knock on my window like that, though. Like what? Don't knock on my window like that. Why you have it up? Don't knock on my window like that.
Why you have it up? I have to knock to let you know I'm here. That way you can lower it and talk to
Just
you.
get my ticket, bro, so I can go. I'm finna be late, gang.
Just give me my ticket so I can go. I'm finna be late, gang. That's how y'all talk to cops?
I'm here. That way you can lower it and talk to
Just
you.
get my ticket, bro, so I can go. I'm finna be late, gang. Do what you gotta do.
Do what you gotta do. You know what's so frustrating is that the very people who claim that when you're black, getting pulled over by police can be such a traumatizing experience, you would think if it really is a traumatizing experience that you would show a level of fear that would cause you to show a certain level of respect that would get the best reaction from that particular officer. Instead, you just hear him and everything that he's doing is just entitled, aggressive, and disregarding the fact that this is a police officer.
Keep it down. Hey, keep your window down.
And I gotta